Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Well, in addition to the Club Shay Shay interview, a second brand new Katt Williams interview dropped this week, where Katt addressed the V103 interview with Wanda on camera. And just like the Shannon Shay interview, many viewers criticized the host who conducted the interview, Willie D. Here's a quick clip.
In the studio, Katt Williams. You was on this radio station in Atlanta, and this host made a joke about you, and you ate a, like, killed a man, like, for like, I don't know how long that was, but man, I was like, time out, call the police, something, stop this slaughter, man. You was like, you really did a bad. And you didn't. I don't think you cursed one time.
I was just going to say, be very careful when you say how badly I did her, because I never called her out of her name.
But that's what I'm saying.
I was very composed.
That's my point.
But let me explain it. Let me give you the exclusive.
No cuss words.
Yeah.
I had never seen that before. So how were you able to maintain your composure for that long?
Well, a very interesting thing happens when you try to trap something that's bigger than your trap. So imagine you set out a trap for a turtle and a rhinoceros steps into it. It's finna be a whole different situation now. So this lady behind the scenes is begging me to come into this interview that I've not scheduled, that I don't want to do, that I'm not dressed for, that nobody's called me about. She just wants it. To the point where she says, Katt, come on, you just want to end me for the city. I just want to give you your flowers. Well, I won't talk about kids. I won't talk about no jail. I won't talk about... This is the conversation she has with me, and then goes in that room and doesn't mention the Emmy, and immediately begins to, because this is a comedian. You're trying to undermine me. Atlanta is a heavily LGBTQ plus positive city, and the fact that you having a heavy gay fan base would try to degrade me, a heterosexual, by making it seem like I'm gay. Gay people don't feel that way about me. Why would you? So it was a terrible thing that she found herself in. And comedically, you're outmatched. My defense is impenetrable. My offense will have the precise amount of viciousness that's necessary. If that means no cussing, that's fine. I don't want to talk to you and hurt heavy-set women's feelings, or dark-skinned women's feelings, or women who wear wigs' feelings. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm bantering with you because you keep acting like you're qualified to do that. Yeah. So, it was a setup.
One of my favorites. You have always been one of my favorites. Yes.
So you're doing tonight and then tomorrow with Wanda, right?
I'm definitely doing tonight, and I'm definitely doing tomorrow with Wanda.
And Sunday.
And Sunday.
Yeah.
So
50 million shows.
Whatever is necessary.
I said what they like.
Excuse me.
I said what do they like?
Just because you're a poor interviewer doesn't mean... It was a setup. I'm always going to be prevail if I'm being set up.
You think Buddy was in on it? Her co-host? You think he was in on that? He didn't appear to be in on it.
No, because here's the whole thing. He kept trying to get her to pull the plug on this, and she kept not. So she didn't understand even after we cut. She didn't understand what had happened. She still thought that she had been victorious, and yeah.
And then she tried to play the victim.
No, she played the victim. Her husband was willing to kill one of the greatest comedians to... Yeah, I'm saying And remember, all of this has to happen. I have to allow it to happen. I have to also preserve my life. And then after I do all of that, then I have to not press charges on you.
I condensed that a bit just to give you a quick look at what was going on. And Willie D followed suit, responding to his critics just as Shannon Sharpe did, but for very different reasons.
My interview was done prior to Shannon releasing his interview. I did the interview first. In fact, I spoke with Katt a couple of days ago, and he revealed to me that he did the Shannon Sharpe interview after. And my plan was to put out the Katt Williams interview at the top of the year. Clout chasing. I already got clout, sucker. I don't chase nothing. I got a bum knee. I got to get knee surgery. So I ain't chasing nothing. The same people talking down on me about my interview are many of the same people who was talking down on Shannon. Y'all remember when Shannon's video first, before I dropped my video, how so much energy was focused on how bad Shannon's interview was? His interview skills, and he ain't talking enough. He asking the wrong questions. Y'all remember that? Now all of a sudden, they on my page saying how Shannon should have gotten that interview. He should have went to Shannon and did Club Shay Shay. How Shannon did the interview was so much better. That you're gonna get some Willie D. Love it or hate it.
Now, Shannon Sharpe's critics felt that he should have stopped Katt or challenged him more for using strong words while he was voicing his grievances. And a lot of comedic artists felt insulted by Katt's rant, among them Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and Kevin Hart. And Katt can be brutally honest with his opinions, but I don't think any host or journalist would have stopped Katt during that interview. Even if it had been Oprah, Gayle King, or Larry King in the same position, they would have just let him flow.
And the reason I had to come is because you made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here and lying to you about it.
And yeah, maybe a lot of it for network television would have wound up being edited, or execs would have been putting pressure on that maybe it'll get scrapped as a final product, but never would they have ever stopped a flow like that. It was truly something to behold, now at over 45 million views and counting. Now, Shannon says the doubters and the critics, they're just envious because his video went viral off the charts into the stratosphere. Because one, Katt is a brilliant guest, and in interviews, he has so much comedic genius in his storytelling. He's so animated. When a man like Katt shows up standing strong, and he was sober, in a calm but strong voice, elaborating about how his creative work was stolen, we start listening. And Katt did call out a lot more entertainers making strong accusations, and people have mixed feelings about that. But entertainers of every color have been accused and called out for far worse in Hollywood history. Entertainers like Bill Cosby, Prince Andrew of the royal family, even our former President Trump. And Katt does find Shannon Sharpe to have the same level of savvy conducting an interview with guests like a Larry King. Very unlike the way Katt felt about Wanda. Shannon gave Katt that safe space, gave him something to sip on, but Katt was not really there for the drinking and chilling. Katt was on a mission. Once he started calling out what he deemed to be injustices, it was like rapid fire, no stuttering. Katt was dropping truth as he sees it, calling out celebs with their big brands, with their high-power careers. Katt was like on the warpath like a samurai. And I don't think Shannon or anybody else expected all of that. Not to that level, but Katt went there. People around the globe have watched and responded to that interview and will continue to keep that interview on replay because it's a boatload of information. That interview flew into the stratosphere again, now over 45 million views and counting. It went from here to the moon and back again. And because of that popularity with the Club Shay Shay Katt Williams interview, that is the reason Willie D decided to drop his own Katt Williams interview on his YouTube channel. I've been subscribed to Willie D's channel for a while now. I follow all three of these men actually. So of course I watched the Willie D interview and it had a very different tone, but it was very interesting, this interview. And then at a point Katt made what seemed to be a joke.
You're an icon and a legend yourself, and just the fact that you would spend time interviewing others is magnificent, and nobody asks worse questions. You have the worst questions in all of interviewing, and you can count on it. Nobody's going to mimic your questions. So yeah, it's an honor. Thank you.
I appreciate you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Katt Williams.
Thank you.
I think one of the things that got people really was the title of the video. It gave the impression that the interview happened after the Club Shay Shay interview. The video is new, but according to Willie, it was recorded before the Shay interview. Anyway, I encourage you to check out Willie D's channel and his video, and be nice. Be kind, people. I like Willie D. I'll leave a link in the description. And anything that happens new with Katt, I will be on it because I love Katt. Until I see y'all the next time, y'all keep living your life like it's golden. Peace.